start with what capability means to the Grand Cherokee. It really means four specific things: traction, ground clearance, terrain flexibility, and tow capability. And really the traction is the 4x4 systems. There are three 4x4 systems in the Grand Cherokee: Quadra-Track 1, Quadra-Track 2, and Quadra-Drive 2. And while we kept the names the same of the prior Grand Cherokee, they're really different systems for the new Grand Cherokee. Quadra-Track 1 is an all-new single-speed T-case, very lightweight, fuel efficient. It has a fixed torque distribution, 48% to the front, 52% to the rear, combined with brake locking differentials front and rear to move the torque right and left. Provides basically strong traction capability for most of our Jeep customers. Then there's Quadra-Track 2. What's new in Quadra-Track 2 is we're bringing an active T-case. It also includes the low gear, that it was a 2.72 to 1 ratio for rock crawling, for off-road, for towing out of a lake. And in the active T-case is the real new story for the Quadra-Track 2 system. It initially biases its torque about 60% to the rear, but it senses wheel slip and acceleration and throttle position to move the torque to the differential it has the most traction, instantaneously, unknown to the driver. And then we bring in Quadra-Drive 2. On the rear axle, we put in the electronic limited slip differential, and that seamlessly moves the torque right and left on the rear axle. So both Quadra-Track 2 and Quadra-Drive 2 really bring up the level of Jeep capability. The next part of capability is ground clearance. And for ground clearance, we could have very easily raised the Jeep to increase its ground clearance, but then we'd be giving up all kinds of aero efficiency. So what we brought with the new Grand Cherokee is the Quadra-Lift air suspension. It provides 5 basic positions on the suspension system. A nominal position, that's 8.1 inches of ground clearance. Then we have an off-road 1 position, which is 1.3 inches above that, and an off-road 2 position, that's 2.6 inches above, for a ground clearance just under 11 inches. But what we've also offered for on-road refinement is an aero position that's just a little over a half inch further down from nominal ride height that puts the vehicle at the highway speeds at a more aerodynamic position. The Select Terrain system, which is available both with Quadra-Track 2 and Quadra-Drive 2. And it interfaces with a number of features on the vehicle, including the air suspension, but it also interfaces with the T-case, the transmission, and all the engine electronics. And what that system does is it allows the customer to tune the vehicle to the specific roads they're on, whether it be snowy roads, sporty roads, muddy roads, sandy conditions, or rock conditions. So there's 5 major positions on the Select Terrain system. The final piece of capability for the Grand Cherokee is trailer towing. And for the new Grand Cherokee on the V6 engine, our new Pentastar engine, we actually increased the trailer towing capability up to 5,000 pounds. We have a standard oil cooler on the engine. We have a high-density radiator system. We offer load leveling shocks for smooth trailer towing capability with the V6 engine. And with our V8 engine, we have trailer towing capability of 7,400 pounds.